Mercury in Sagittarius sparks curiosity, new ideas, and honest conversations that open new pathways forward. Let's see what insight the cards have to offer. On Wednesday, October 29th, Mercury enters Sagittarius, and it's going to be on a bit of a ride with this particular sign as well as in Scorpio, because it's going to retrograde here coming up on November 9th. It will retrograde in Sagittarius, which of course we'll pull for, but then as it's retrograding, it's going to retrograde back into Scorpio as well. So it's going to re-enter, after the retrograde period, it's going to re-enter Sagittarius on December 11th. So a little bit of an interesting ride here with the communication planet and Sagittarius in particular, but let's see what these next couple of weeks have to offer while Mercury is in Sag. This is astrology.com. I'm going to read you the blurb, and it says, "Hold on tight and get ready for an adventure. The coming weeks may be a bit bumpy as we ride the waves of Sagittarius energy. While our travel plans or life paths might shift drastically, our quest for enlightenment remains strong as we strive to understand the world around us." A lot of communication sparks going on. There's some interesting energy, as I said, with the retrograde. So let's see what the cards have to offer. Of course, I'm going to roll these. It's a 1 and a 5. Personal change. That's what they're saying. Personal change. It could be that things are changing for a new beginning as well there with a 5 and a 1. And that's a 6 shuffle, which is really nice. I think things are going to be here, there, and everywhere, and we're going to need to do our best to decipher the communication and what's sparking within us and what's being offered and new opportunities and how things are changing. So let's get these cards shuffled up to see what our collective guidance is all about. Okay, and we've got a turnover card, a 9 of Wands, a turnover card. Love the depiction of this card, and I'm going to get to it in just a minute. But first, let's see what the Oracle has to offer us with this Mercury in Sag energy. Surrender to receive. Card number 2. There you go, close up. This feels very almost playful is what I want to say. Let me see. Yeah, there's like a little otter. He has a tear in his eye. Aw, he has a little tear in his eye. Okay. The fact that we're getting this 9 of Wands as well as a turnover card is interesting. First, let's talk about the energy that's connected to this. Surrender to receive. If you have been in a tug of war with something, they're saying if you've been pushing and pulling, if there's been a tug of war energy in any place in your life, in order to receive particularly the communication, the insight, the knowledge, the wisdom, the answer, the solution that you're looking for, it's up to you to surrender. They're telling us directly you have to let go in order to be able to receive what it is that you're looking for, or what's going to serve you, or what's going to help you, or what it is that you need, right? It feels like it's on offer, but if you're holding tight or you keep playing that tug of war game, it's not going to feel as clear for you as maybe you'd like it to be. The retrograde might help with that too, if you're kind of still in a bit of an illusionary energy, or it feels still pretty foggy for you. The Mercury retrograde might help. But for now, with this energy, this aspect, it's very telling, especially if it's been causing you some sadness or pain, like the tear is showing, some emotional disruption. It's time to surrender. Now, we have this 9 of Wands, and it just turned over, it just flipped over, and like, look at me. Please read me. I'm included in this. And I'm going to pull a coupling card as well. But a 9 of Wands energy, and again, I'll show you this. you can see like we're almost stacked to a full pyramid. A 9 of Wands is when things have been arduous, or you're just kind of showing up for things and you're meant to kind of hang in there. That's what they're saying, like hang in there. You've got this. It is not the time to give up. It's the time to surrender. That's what they're saying, which is very different. Surrendering something and giving it up are not the same things. The 9 of Wands asks you to be resilient. It asks you to persevere. It asks you to continue to show up for what it is that you need to do, even though it may have been hard or maybe confusing. The fact that this is coming out and we have almost a full built pyramid here is telling me that we've probably been through quite a bit. And especially, as I said, if it's been causing you like emotional distress, then Spirit's bluntly telling you. It doesn't mean you give up on it. It means you kind of focus on what it is that you need to show up for yourself. Where is the new adventure wanting to lead you? Where are you being pulled to? Things are probably going to shift and change with this energy. And they're telling us you're almost to the closing point. You're almost to the end. When you get a 9 of Wands, it's like we're getting to the end of what may have been a bit of a confusing time, a difficult time, a sad time, a time where you've had to kind of feel like, just got to get through it. This is about perseverance. It's about building. And that's how you get to the next space. At this point, you want to be an open channel, because if you don't wave that white flag to the universe, you may still kind of feel stuck. And as I said, the retrograde might relieve that in, a couple of weeks when Mercury goes retrograde. That might help you to go inward again or focus on yourself again here. But it just feels like, please stick with it. This is not the time to give up. Let's see what else we have for the coupling card. The Wanderer. Ooh. This is an extra card in this deck. And look at the depiction. She is listening there. She is wondering. And wandering, I suppose. It's like they're saying, when you have a wandering mind, that's what they're saying to me. When you have a wandering mind, sit with the universe, sit with yourself. Don't try to control it. Surrender it, right? Don't try to figure it all out. Let it be given to you. Again, with the surrender card, okay. This is about allowing time and space for the intuitive channel to show you your next adventure, as opposed to you, let's say, planning your next adventure meticulously. Because with this kind of energy, your plans are going to get foiled anyway. Spirit's going to do what it wants, basically. Mercury and Sag is like, we will show you the way. Are you ready? And you're like, well, I've been showing up for this, so I think I should keep doing this. And then something will shift for you to be like, and you can either get frustrated, you can do that tug of war, you can hold on really tight, or you can wave the white flag and go, all right, I'm game, show me. Where shall I wander to is how they're saying it. When you feel like you should jump in and try to resolve it yourself, even though it's been frustrating, and try to figure it all out, even though you don't have any clue or you're not really sure, that's when this energy, this Mercury and Sagittarius energy, wants to come in to provide for you, to help you. Again, it doesn't mean you give up. It means you show up as an open channel, being led. That when something, moves directions or there's a detour, you're not getting angry, or at least not getting angry for too long, that you're having the conscious understanding like, oh, they're trying to lead me in a different direction. This isn't working out for a reason. I'm not finding the answer to this easily for a reason. I don't have the solution yet for a reason. There's something else going on here. Let go if you can, especially if this concerns like things that you don't or didn't have control over in the first place, which can be hard, right? No. If I get this in order, or if it could be an external circumstance, someone else's choices, someone else's path that you're jumping onto, a project that needs other people's decisions or other people's energy connected to it in order for it to go or move. If that's been going on, you're going to need to look at that kind of energy as well, so that you can show up with the Wanderer's energy, in your channel, right? With the white flag. Again, it's not giving up. Surrendering is not going, whatever, do whatever you want. I don't care. I'm giving up. I'm not doing anything anymore. It's not about not caring. It's about caring enough to be an open channel and paying attention and being a divine being so that you can be led in the smoothest way possible. So don't mistake changes or shift in direction or detours for something bad. They're pointing you in a new way to wander, is what they're saying. And they need you to show up for that now. And if it's been hard, this is your chance to surrender that over as well, to release a burden and realize this is coming to a close and there's something new that wants to be presented. And then again, remember, we're going to be pulling, of course, for Mercury retrograde. We'll probably pull for both of them, the retrograde in Sag, and then when it moves into Scorpio, when it retrogrades into Scorpio as well. But until then, pay close attention to what's popping up and where you might be playing that tug of war or trying to squeeze too tightly, and where you need to loosen your grip a little and become that divine channel that you are, that we all are. And notice where they're trying to lead you, because once Mercury retrogrades, we're going to be going inward to understand better. And I think it's going to be a really beautiful time if you can allow the communication to show you the way, right? For the arrows to point you in the direction that you're meant to be going without too much judgment or too much of a fight, they're saying, without putting up too much of a fight. Okay, so we're being led. Surrender to being led. Let's pull the chart. Oh, the bicycle. You and Spirit working together on a new adventure. See, things want to move forward. Yes, the bicycle. That feels like both sides of yourself may be a bit at war. How are we supposed to move forward? If you've got like a stick in your spoke, you can't move forward. It's about really tapping into that other side of yourself, or tapping into your spirit team, using the universal frequencies to help you continue on that path. It's two elements working together nicely to help you continue the forward movement so you don't feel so stalled or so frustrated. I want this to be like one of those like tandem bikes, or like where there's two seats, like you and the universe together. But I guess the universe or the spirit or your spirit team doesn't need a seat. They'll just bike along with you anyway. Okay, I hope this serves you. Wow, what an energy. Definitely stay conscious and wave that white flag. You can visit the astrological playlist that I have to keep up with all the astro guidance that is coming up. And I've done a few pick cards on the recent aspects as well. So you can visit thespiritexperience.com. That's my website for my current offerings and pick card readings and readings in general. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.